8 years ago, during my days as a taxi driver, an incident occurred that has haunted me ever since. I haven't been able to sit behind the wheel of a car since that eerie night. The memory of it still sends shivers down my spine. It was around 2 a.m., and the moonlight painted an unusually blue and cold atmosphere. Exhausted and yearning to go home, I found myself startled when, out of nowhere, the backseat car door swung open. A man, adorned in a red fedora and a matching red suit, casually entered my cab. The deserted surroundings only amplified my astonishment at his sudden appearance. Clutching my chest in surprise, I peered at him. His face, partially visible in the darkness, was gaunt, with severely exposed cheekbones. Red sunglasses obscured most of his features. Wary but compelled to continue, I asked him about his destination. His response was cryptic, "To a place you will hate so much." His voice seemed to leak air, giving it an eerie quality. Perplexed by his strangeness, I composed myself and urged, "Sir, please tell me your destination, and I'll take you there swiftly. I need to go home and spend even just one more minute with my wife." To this, he chuckled obnoxiously, commenting on the romantic nature of my sentiment. The man's giggles resonated with madness, making me contemplate throwing him out. However, he suggested a cemetery about 10 miles away, insisting we go there. Annoyed, I focused on completing the journey quickly. Attempting to lighten the mood, I engaged him in conversation, asking about his occupation. He claimed to be a delivery man, his voice still sounding as if it were escaping an air leak. When I pointed out that he wasn't holding anything, he laughed, and dust flew out of his mouth. I was startled, observing that all of his teeth were rotten, his gums missing, and his tongue decayed. His limbs were dry and bony, resembling a mummy. Confused, I questioned if I had witnessed an illusion. As a cemetery appeared in the distance, he uttered incomprehensible words. "Oh, it's about time. Goodbye," he hummed an unknown tune, revealing his skeletal arms as he rolled up his sleeves. Suddenly, he approached me, placing his hand in my mouth. The car lurched, and before I could react, his hand was down my throat, gripping my heart. Agonizing pain engulfed me, prompting a scream as I desperately tried to control the vehicle. The screeching sound of the wheels and his whispered words merged into darkness. I awoke in a hospital bed, my wife beside me, tearfully revealing that I had almost died from a heart attack. The memories flooded back, and I inquired about the mysterious passenger. To my bewilderment, she claimed I was alone in the car. Confused, I checked the dashcam footage, hoping for evidence of the bizarre encounter. To our disbelief, the man's voice couldn't be heard, only the sound of air leaking. Others, including my wife, couldn't comprehend the eerie noise. Panic set in as I struggled to reconcile my vivid recollections with the baffling absence of evidence. The passengers who responded to the scene affirmed that there was no one else in the car but me. Desperate for answers, I turned to the dashcam, hoping to unravel the mystery. Upon playing the video, the haunting truth became apparent. The man's voice was absent, replaced only by the inexplicable sound of air escaping. My wife, perplexed, questioned the source of the peculiar noise. It was then that the chilling memory resurfaced. The words he whispered, "I deliver people to the afterlife," echoed in my mind. The realization struck me like a thunderbolt, and a sudden chill swept over my body. The man in red, with his fedora gleaming in the moonlight, had left an indelible mark on my life, forever intertwining the realms of the living and the afterlife.